Stories of Rama from the Ramayana have kept us enthralled for their content. I am going to share a fascinating story that happened over 400 years ago in the Bundelkhand region that is spread out in today's Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Here, Ram is not only worshipped as a god but also as the king of the region even today. How did that even happen? Orchha, a small town not too far from Bhopal, was the capital of the Bundela kings, the local rulers for several centuries. Madhukar Shah was the Bundela king from the year 1554 and he ruled for around 38 years. He was an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna while his wife, Queen Ganesh Kunwar, worshipped Lord Rama. Those were the times when Ramcharitmanas, the story of Lord Rama written in Hindi by Tulsidas, started gaining popularity. Once, the king and the queen went to a nearby Krishna temple, but it had closed by the time they reached. Outside the temple, they joined a group of devotees who were singing and dancing in praise of Lord Krishna. It is believed that Krishna and Radha appeared there and joined them in the dancing. The king then started to construct a temple for Krishna in such a way that he would be able to see the main deity once installed from his palace window. However, he faced stiff opposition from the queen who wanted to install Rama as the main deity. The conflict would not resolve itself when finally the angry king told her, "You keep praying to Ram, but he never gives us darshan. But Lord Krishna appeared before us with Radha and even danced with us at the temple. Since you're being so stubborn, go to Ayodhya to see your Ram. Return only when you have the child form of Ram with you. Only then will I accept your true devotion." The queen accepted the challenge and vowed that she would go to Ayodhya and return to Orchha with the child form of Ram, or she would not come back to Orchha alive. And so she commenced her long journey to Ayodhya. On reaching Ayodhya, she sat on the banks of the river Saryu and meditated to Lord Ram to appear before her. Weeks passed, but there was no sign of Ram giving her darshan. The queen grew more despondent. Finally, one night, unable to bear the disappointment anymore, she jumped into the river to take her own life. And then a miracle happened. Lord Ram appeared in his child form in the river, telling the overwhelmed queen that he was responding to her prayers. Overjoyed, she immediately requested him to accompany her to Orchha in the same form. Lord Ram agreed but put 3 conditions. First, I will travel only on Puksh Nakshatra. When it ends, I will stop and resume only when it sets in again. I will travel from Ayodhya to Orchha on foot along with a group of sages. Second, once I reach Orchha, I will become the king of Orchha. And the third, the first place you seat me will be my final place of stay and will be famous by the name of Ram Rajya. I will spend the day in Orchha and the night in Ayodhya. The queen agreed and started her journey to Orchha with the young Ram in her lap, careful not to keep him down anywhere. Rishis and other women accompanied them. Since they could travel only on Puksh Nakshatra, the journey from Ayodhya to Orchha lasted 8 months and 27 days. In the meantime, the temple which the king was constructing at Orchha was nearing completion. One night, he had a divine dream where Lord Krishna appeared. "What you did to the queen is not correct. Why did you discriminate between Lord Ram and me? Aren't we both the same?" The chastened king realized his mistake when he woke up. He also got the information that the queen was returning from Ayodhya with the young Rama. The king went to receive the queen with a royal welcome and apologized to her for his behavior. But the queen was not immediately ready to accept his apology. She went to her palace with the young Ram to spend the night, planning to take the boy to the now complete Chaturbuj temple the next day. and placed him down inside the palace. But according to Ram's conditions, he took the first place where he was seated. He immediately transformed into an idol that got fixed in the queen's palace itself, much to her dismay. And that is how we have in Orchha a Ram temple inside a palace and with the designated temple right next door. After the consecration of the Ram vigraha, the king handed over his kingdom to Lord Shree Ram, fulfilling another condition. Since then, Lord Ram is considered as the king of Orchha and is called Ram Rajya. According to the over 400-year-old tradition in practice ever since, a guard of honor is given to Lord Ram by the police every morning and evening after Aarti. Even today, we can see this gun salute offered by the state government. An inscription inside the temple premises confirms that the vigraha was brought from Ayodhya by Queen Ganesh Kunwar, accompanied by rishis and other women. Every night after the evening Aarti and gun salute, the flame is taken to the Hanuman temple located nearby along with the Kirtan troupe. It is believed that Lord Ram in the form of Jyoti is taken to Hanuman temple from where Hanumanji takes Lord Ram to Ayodhya for the night, satisfying another condition. A vigraha of Radhe Krishna was later installed in the Chaturbhuj temple, which is known for its splendid architecture. And that's the story of how we have a Ram Raj happening in the country even today.